Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xandria Stennett, also known as the Mitoxandria, and welcome to Mitoxandrial Musings, which is a series of contemplative films told by an eccentric storyteller. Now, this exhibition is part 2 of my previous exhibition that was held in January 2022 entitled Growing Pains, and likewise, this exhibition will treat certain themes such as growth and self-introspection. I wish you all an enjoyable night, and without further ado, let's get into it. So, our first film for this evening is entitled Adulthood, which was actually my final year thesis animation while I was a student of animation at UMona Karimak. My topic for research was young adulthood anxiety and childhood nostalgia, and my aim really for this film was to establish a link between both, employing the use of digital poetry. So I hope you enjoy. I wish I could return to childhood field trips to Neverland with my imaginary friends. When the 10-second bus ride ended in my mind, we would get off, stop for 3 seconds more to tie our shoelaces, look up at the building of bliss, then dash 20 flights of steps to reach to the top. We would look up at the sunny sky and take turns to jump off the building. Not to die, but to fly into the impossible and to fall into clouds bursting with tomorrow's adventure. The fluffy texture gave us hope that eventually, when we finally got the chance to grow up, we could figure out the things of adulting that puzzle us now, put the pieces together, and create the picture-perfect life. The teen years that stitched together, being too old and too young for dreams, changed the windows through which we viewed the world. But the more things changed, the more they stayed the same. A decade and a half later, we still run upstairs every day to the 20th floor. Sometimes, when we're too tired to take the stairs, endless elevators journey us to the top of the building of burnout. Looking at the bleak sky, we'd wish on a non-existent star that the saturated clouds would rain hope on us. This time, when we jumped, we didn't fall into adventuresome clouds. We fell face down into disappointment, falling through the sky, trying to hang on to time that's running out. We mourn the death of childhood. Now pregnant with the new life of adulting, we drown in paperwork. The anxiety in our heads tell us to abort mission. But strong will knows that purpose must be birthed, and come above water to take a breath, and walk to Neverland, to meet our childhood selves, proud of us to have kept going. Our second film for the night is also an animated film entitled The Walking Tree. It is a film that treats the themes of growth and self-introspection using poetry as well as drawing inspiration from minimalism art styles. In fact, the poem The Walking Tree was written by me, yours truly, in about 2018, and I liked the concept so much that I decided to turn it into a film. And that is the story of how A Walking Tree, or The Walking Tree, the film, was born. Let's get into it. It was a gracious growth induced by rivers of living water. My seeds of potential were thoughtfully tossed and bathed daily in blissful tickles, until the delicate fingertips of God gently traced my slim stalk into the breathtaking air. I could feel him swim through my toes planted on the solid rock, fertilizing my every stage into excellence, running straight up my spine to nourish my infantile wisdom. But now it's time to move. We move together. Although I've already spread my roots deep here, there's still more to reach, more to see, more to feel, more to give. The threat of uprooting from familiarity lingers lifelessly in the air. A stagnancy I must leave, lifting my feet from where they've simmered for years. So I take my roots, throw them gently over my shoulder, and walk downstream into purpose. I know, the name of the next film is kind of weird, but I promise you it's not what you think. It's not what you think. The next film in the lineup is entitled Feet. Now let me explain how we came about, that name. So recently I've been studying the works of this genius filmmaker from the 20th century named Maya Deren, but in particular one of her films entitled A Study in Choreography for Camera, where she emphasizes movements of the subject, a dancer, in a way that deconstructs the individual moves using appropriate transitions. My film Feet is more or less a study of her work using similar techniques, but putting my own twist to it. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Feet. There's just no way to set up without it sounding funny. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging in there. We're just about halfway through this brief exhibition entitled Mitoxandrial Musings, which is a series of contemplative films told by an eccentric storyteller. Now, when I tell you that the names of these films don't get any better, I mean it. The next film in the lineup is actually one that I am really excited to present to you. It is a film in which I dissect the themes of self-discipline and self-introspection using symbolism, particularly the symbolism of food. So, without no hesitation at all, I present to you my fourth film for the night, Flesh. Now, for our next film of the night, it is a little bit more abstract than what we've been doing so far, but it's simple as well. It's just basically a visual study of water and its movement in various forms. So, as you might have guessed, the name of this next film is Water. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Gracias a Dios. Damas y caballeros, llegamos a la final película por la noche. Yo sé que es una sorpresa que yo estoy hablando en español ahora, pero no se preocupen, no se preocupen. Voy a insertar los subtítulos en la pantalla aquí. Dale. Esta película para mí es un símbolo de escapar de mi zona de confort, porque es la primera película que yo creo solamente en español. Y estoy emocionada. Estoy emocionada. Por muchos años he pasado mucho tiempo en mi dormitorio o en otros lugares también, desarrollando meticulosamente varias ideas creativas y únicas. Y esta noche voy a compartir el proceso íntimo con ustedes. Espero que lo disfruten. Mi final película por la noche, Pensamientos de la Noche. vagan como loco por la hora más oscura, en el desorden de un cerebro energético. Los arranques espontáneos de dopamina juntan las ideas en una mar caótica. Entonces, uno por uno, los demarrar en el papel o pantalla. Hasta los pensamientos de la noche han conquistado la pensadora. O, tal vez, hasta la pensadora ha capturado el mente de la audiencia. We have reached the end of a thought-provoking and insightful night. Thank you so much for taking the time out to support my second film exhibition, which is entitled Mitoxandrial Musings, a series of contemplative films told by an eccentric storyteller. I'd like to thank everyone who made this project possible in whatever way, shape, or form. And if it's a case where you want to watch the replay, or you missed the original premiere and would like to catch the replay, just reach out to me and I will be sure to send you the link to the playback. Also, be sure to stay tuned because I can guarantee you that there are more amazing things to come in the future. So take care of yourselves, guys. Big up yourselves. Peace and blessings from the Mitoxandria.
Small boy from a smart town. Hard dreams to the run town. Olympia's been the downtown. Now I tell them my story. They know I'm a blessed man. Mommy said I'm a blessed child. I got the mark on me now. I got the mark on me now. My God, you know they sleep now. I got the mark on me now. I got the mark on me now. My God, you know they sleep now. So when I see your grace on me, and when I see your light on me, because of your hands on me, shining lights, they're calling me a star now. Look at all the lights now. On me, I'm a star now. Shining lights, they're calling me a star now. Look at all the lights now. Mommy, I'm a star now. I'm a me, I'm blessed, oh. Me, I'm blessed. And my mother did the one address, oh. Me, I'm blessed, oh. Me, I'm blessed, oh. Me, I'm blessed. And my mother did the one address, oh. Me, I'm blessed, oh. Say we done the grow, oh. We done the blow, oh. We still they give all the glory to Jah, oh. He is the reason why I picked the mic, oh. And I'm never gonna stop, oh. Shall you see? Jah be the reason I sing, oh. You give me purpose.